Very nice. Oh, that's really good. Look at that. Very nice. You're just getting really good. Good. All right, good. Now let's swing at a ball. We are training the right leg. So the only thing this camera cares about is whether or not you made that right leg make a good picture for the camera. Make a good picture every time. Good. That was the best shot you hit also. But I need that right leg to that finish every swing. Get that right leg to the swing. But you're making clean contact, it's just that the face is open. Good. That was very good, very relaxed. Kind of hold it parallel to the ground back there for me. I want you to just feel like you're chopping almost at a little bit of an angle though, like that on plane angle. And your wrists are hinging up and down as if you're chopping something right there. Boom. Now I want you to take it to the other side and hold it. They move this way. So what I want you to feel is hinge it up and then hinge it up on this side. You see you kind of whip that through there. Good. Now, how fast can you do that? Can you whip it through there to that read? The feeling of the whip. Good.
Helen, in this swing comparison on the left was before we focused on getting that right leg toward the target on the finish to have that better finishing pose. So, and on the right was after we worked on it a little. So let me run the swing on the left first. As you come through, when you finish, you swing your upper body through, but you can see how your back leg and back knee and foot aren't getting to that complete turn. And so then let's look at the swing on the right, where you were focusing on it a little bit more. And that's a much better finish. So we want to train your lower body to always finish like this on the right. And we need to repeat it enough so that you don't have to think about it so much. It just does it automatically. Helen, as we continue to build your foundation of fundamentals, there's going to be 2 or 3 things that we focus on. First of all, we need to try to hit the ball consistently solid, and that requires hitting down on the golf ball when the ball's on the ground. So the things that we're going to focus on are those things that get in the way or prevent you from being consistently hitting it solid. And in addition to hitting it solid, we want to hit it straighter. You have a tendency to hit the ball to the right, which means the face of the club, when it hits the ball, is open too much. It's aiming out to the right. And you're not doing those things with your swing that help that club face come around and get square on the golf ball. So we're going to be focusing on those things. First thing I'm going to look at is your backswing, and right now, I like the fact that right now you have a good solid foundation on your left side. You want to have more weight on your left foot than you do your right foot, and that's one of the things that we worked on early on, and you have that really down well. You do that really well. Right now, this is the 3 position. This is when the left arm is parallel to the ground, and you can see how you have a fairly extended left arm. That's really good, and you want to maintain that extension in that left arm throughout the swing. So we need to have a constant radius. That means we have to have a constant extension in our left arm throughout the golf swing. And as I take this back, you're going to see how far back that club gets. Your club gets way back here, and it's because your left arm has bent. Here's Grant Waite in the 3 position. Has a nice extended arm, just as you did. And as he continues back, he stops his swing right there. He's not going to take that left arm any further back. And so his left arm from the shoulder to the elbow is in this line, and from your shoulder to the elbow is very similar. So your backswing can stop right there and not do the added movement of bending the elbow. We're going to learn how to turn our shoulders, turn our hips, but not let the left elbow bend. Okay, now I'm going to take Grant down to the ball, keeps that left arm extended, and through impact has very extended arm. Let's take you to the golf ball. Very extended arms as well, so that looks good. They'll look very similar there. Now, as you continue through the ball, the post-impact positions provide some clues of what your club was doing and your hands were doing through impact. And what I'm going to show you is one of the reasons you hit a lot of shots to the right. As Grant goes through, when he gets to the position where the right arm is parallel to the ground, Grant has both arms extended. I can see his left hand underneath his right hand. His wrists are crossed. And you can see how you're kind of tight, and you do not let that right arm extend. You have a bent right arm, and your white glove is above the right hand. You're not letting those wrists release. You're not letting your elbows stay close to each other. If I go back to your position at impact, your elbows are fairly close together right here, but they start to separate. You can see how that left elbow has pulled away, and your elbows are both bending and separating as you come through, because you're not turning that club head over by trying to let your wrists cross. And one of the reasons is how you hold the club in your left hand. I can almost see how that handle is in the lifeline of your left hand, which is, you don't want it in the lifeline of the left hand. You want it in the fingers of the left hand. So that'll be one of the things that we need to work on, is working on our grip and trying to swing in a way that allows you to get into this position here that Grant is in. Here's Tiger in that 9th position. Right arm extended, wrist crossed, elbows close to each other, left hand under right hand. Here's Rory McIlroy, right arm extended, left arm extended, elbows close together, left hand under right hand. Every pro on tour will be in this position. Here's Paula Creamer, right arm extended, left arm extended, elbows close to each other, left hand underneath the right hand, wrists are crossed. This is NB Park, one of the top players on the LPGA, and also lives here in Las Vegas. Right arm extended, left arm extended, elbows close to each other, wrists are crossed, left hand under the right hand. So this is a key position that we need to try to get to. And everything that I'm going to be doing with your grip and your backswing has the primary goal of arriving in this position, because this position indicates that what you did with your hands and arms through impact, through the golf shot, was correct. Now, we worked on that move a little bit, on that rehinge on the follow through, and this is one of your rehearsal movements. And you can see you have a very nice extended arm, elbows close together. I can see the white glove underneath the right hand so that your wrists are crossed. Now this swing, this was a practice swing, and I asked you to try to do it a little bit faster and ask you how fast could you whip that club through. This is one of your practice swings. And when you were thinking about doing that, you were just had that image of whipping it through and rehinging, and you did a pretty good job. When you did it slower, you got into a little better position on this side, but certainly this is much better. have a better extension on this than you did previously. And so it's a much improvement when you thought about this new feeling of rehinging upward. Okay, now I'm going to compare you to Grant, and we talked about swinging on plane. And I'm going to draw a red line where the shaft is right now at address. And we'll look at Grant first. I'm going to take him back to the 3 position. This is when the left arm is parallel to the ground. Right about there. I'll do that shaft now in blue. I'm going to take you back to the 3 position when your left arm is parallel to the ground, about right there. And Grant is very close to being parallel to the red line, and you are as well. It's not too bad. He's a little closer, but there's not a lot of difference at this position. I'm going to take Grant back to the top of the swing and then bring him back down to the 5 position. This is when the left arm returns to parallel to the ground. So when he gets back to that same position he was in his backswing, and he gets to that same position in his downswing, he has kept that shaft parallel to the swing plane. So I'm going to do the same with you. And as you come back down, and when your left arm is parallel, you have gotten even further away from the red line. And that's what's going to cause some issues. So we need to learn how to get that shaft behind us more and keep it there. And that comes from rotation, learning how to rotate. Now, the other thing that I need to work on a little bit more is your setup posture. If we look at Grant in the initial setup and look for little differences between the two of you, Grant has a lot more tilt here than you do. You're a little bit upright here. And he has a little bit more flex in his knees than you do. You're a little bit straighter and you're not flexed as much. So we're going to learn how to flex a little bit more, sit back a little bit more. We want our seat being a little bit behind the heels. If you were standing next to a wall and had your heels 6 inches away from the wall, you want to be able to get into a golf posture where your seat would bump the wall. Also, put a frame around your head and Grant's head. As Grant swings and takes that club back, he keeps his head right basically where it started. And you have a little tendency, you'll watch your head stand up. So now you're way above the ground, much further. You're several inches above the ground than when you started. And then you have to try to drop down the right amount. So that'll be one of the things that we work on a little bit.
Yes, but it's in the fairway. Yeah. Okay, good. That was excellent. You're on the green. Very good line. Oh, very nice. Duh. Awesome. Smoking. Very nice. Almost. It may roll back. No, it stayed up there. Oh, I don't think so. That's a good. That's a bogey.
All right, I did it.
Very nice. Much better. Almost. Make sure we can see max fly really well on your glove. Just make sure you have that new grip. Solid. that's even better. Right down the middle. It's going to run forever. Excellent. That was very good. No, perfect. Get your putter. Perfect. Yay! Very nice. Okay, not bad. Okay.